and overweight. Undernutrition refers to insufficient calories and nutrient intake, leading to weight loss. Fatigue simply means rest or tiredness, and weaken the immune system as well as obesity and other related issues. Thank you.
I'm here to read the types of malnutrition. We have two types of malnutrition. Firstly, we have primary malnutrition and secondary malnutrition. Under primary malnutrition can be defined as the cause of inadequate nutritional intake. This type of malnutrition is caused by inadequate intake of food, poor diet intake, and food security. Examples of primary malnutrition we have kwashiorkor. Kwashiorkor can be defined when there is several protein deficiency in the person's body. I run another yesterday to show you people what kwashiorkor is like. When you eat inadequate balanced diet. We have marasmus. Marasmus can be defined as severe calorie deficiency characterized by muscle wasting. Number 3, we have protein energy malnutrition, also known for lack of sufficient protein and calories, causing impaired growth. Under secondary malnutrition can be defined as it caused by impaired nutrient absorption or utilization due to various health conditions or factors. This type of malnutrition is caused by chronic disease such as HIV/AIDS or diabetes. Number 2, we have infection. Number 3, we have surgical procedures. Surgical procedures such as gastric bypass. I stopped as types of secondary malnutrition. Firstly, I listed chronic disease such as HIV/AIDS and diabetes. Number 2, infection. Number 3, surgical procedures such as gastric bypass. We have examples of secondary malnutrition. Number 1, we have malabsorption. Malabsorption can be defined as impaired nutrient absorption due to conditions like CISLAS. Number 2, we have anemia, loss of red blood cell. Anemia. Number 3, we have very vitamin B deficiency. Thank you very much.
My name is Judy Tobiko. I'll be discussing on the causes of malnutrition. Malnutrition can occur in various ways, such as number 1, not eating enough food. Reasons because of limited financial resources, limited access to nutritious food, a very restricted diet or an unappealing diet chosen by someone else. Number 2, medical conditions. Some health conditions such as cancer, liver disease, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, pancreatic insufficiency can make it difficult to eat and absorb nutrients. Number 3, mental health conditions such as depression and anorexia nervosa. Depression can affect your mood and desire to eat. Anorexia nervosa, on the other hand, is an eating disorder that causes a severe and strong fear of gaining weight, which can lead to malnutrition. Number 4, alcohol use disorder. Alcohol use disorder can decrease our appetite and interfere with our body ability to absorb nutrients from the gastrointestinal tract into the blood. Number 5, social and mobility problems such as living alone, being unable to reach a food store, and lack of money to buy food. Now, who is at risk of this malnutrition? Number 1, people living in areas where food are scarce. Number 2, those who are socially isolated. Number 3, those with low income. And number 4, those with underlying health issues or with eating disorder or and every people are at risk of malnutrition. Thank you.
Symptoms of malnutrition. Malnutrition can manifest in different ways depending on the type and severity of the deficiency. Here are some common symptoms of malnutrition. We have weight loss, we have fatigue, we have epidemic, and we have poor mood healing. Malnutrition can affect a girl who says that menstrual flow is not irregular. And we have eye problem, dry eyes, blurry vision, and impaired night sight. Then we have impaired immune function, frequent infection or illness. Thank you.
Sorry.
Unintentional weight loss or failure to gain weight. We have fatigue. Fatigue means feeling weak, tired, or lacking energy. Hair loss. When a person hair falls out and becomes dry. Then we have skin problems. Dry, thin, pale skin, or poor mood healing. Muscle wasting. Loss of muscle mass or weakness. Then we have edema, swelling in feet, ankles, or hands. Then we have poor mood healing. Slow or impaired healing, cuts or wounds. Thank you.
Here.
My name is Musa Sir. I'm talking on the consequences of malnutrition. Malnutrition can have severe and far-reaching consequences for individuals, communities, and societies at large. We have physical consequences, social consequences, and economic consequences. Under the physical consequences, we have impaired health, growth, and development. This is a consequence of malnutrition due to lack of essential nutrients required for healthy hair growth, that is protein deficiency. Because hair is made up of protein, so inadequate protein intake can cause hair to fall or hair breakage. Stunted growth. This is a condition where growth and development automatically stop due to malnutrition, repeated infection, and other health problems. Organ damage. Malnutrition can cause damage to various organs and systems in the body, leading to cardiac muscle wasting, kidney failure, heart failure, impaired liver function, memory loss, mood swings, and gastrointestinal tract. Malnutrition can increase the risk of infection through several mechanisms, that is impaired function, increased risk of sepsis, and others. Under the economical consequences, increased healthcare expenditure. Poor nutrition can have severe consequences on health, leading to increased healthcare utilization and expenses. Then loss of productivity and economic growth. Malnutrition can have far-reaching consequences on productivity and economic growth, affecting individuals, communities, and the nation as a whole. That is reduced physical capacity, reduced work hours, reduced economic participation, and labor productivity. Under the social consequences, we have discrimination and stigma. This can be a consequence of malnutrition, particularly in communities where food insecurities and malnutrition are prevalent. That is shame, guilt, blame, stereotyping, and social exclusion. Reduced quality of life, increased risk of mental disorder. Malnutrition can increase the risk of mental disorder, including anxiety, depression, and other health conditions. I'll be passing it to my colleague Gift for this one. Thank you very much.
Sorry, good morning. My name is and I'm speaking on the consequences of malnutrition.
Sorry.
Consequences. Then I'm going to cognitive and emotional consequences. Number one, I have impaired cognitive consequences. Malnutrition can affect cognitive function, including attention, memory, and learning. Into behavioral problems. Malnutrition can lead to behavioral problems such as anxiety, depression, and irritability. Then three, emotional distress. Malnutrition can cause emotional distress, including feeling of sadness, hopelessness, and despair. I'm handing it over to my fellow colleagues.
Okay. So, building on 19 points on consequences of malnutrition, I'll be talking about long-term consequences. Under long-term consequences, we have number one, increased risk of chronic diseases. Malnutrition can increase the risk of chronic diseases such as diabetes, heart disease, and certain types of cancer. Number two, reduce life expectancy. Malnutrition can reduce life expectancy, especially in little children and older adults, causing premature death. Then number three,
talking about nutrient-specific malnutrition occurs when the body lacks a specific nutrient, leading to a range of health problems. Example, we have protein energy malnutrition. One, we have kwashiorkor. Then two, we have vitamin deficiency malnutrition. We have beriberi. Then two, we have mineral deficiency malnutrition. We have iron deficiency anemia. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Momo Sharon. I'll be taking diagnosis of malnutrition. Diagnosis of malnutrition can be defined as a comprehensive evaluation of an individual nutritional status. Diagnosis of malnutrition also involves a multi-phase approach that combines through medical histories, physical examination, and laboratory tests. Medical history, dietary intake, a detailed assignment of an individual eating habits, including the type of food consumed, frequency of meal, and portion size, etc. Example, if the person eats a balanced diet or not. Weight history, tracking any significant weight loss or gain over time. Medical conditions, identifying any underlying health conditions that could contribute to malnutrition, such as chronic diseases, digestive disorder, or mental nutrient absorption or increased nutrient need. Social factors, considering factors like poverty, food insecurity, and limited access of healthy food options. Physical examination, measuring height, weight, and body mass index such as a BMI to assess over nutritional status, and identifying any deviation for healthy race. Vital signs, checking blood pressure, heart rate, and respiration rates for any abnormality that may indicate malnutrition. Laboratory tests, complete blood counts, assessing for mania, which anemia, which is a common complicated of malnutrition. Urine is the process of diagnosis. Urinalysis is the process of diagnosis an individual using their urine to assess their malnutrition and nutritional status. It provides information about the body nutritional status and kidney functions. Other tests, depending on the suspect's cause or type of malnutrition, additional tests may be disordered, such as tooth studies to assess testing for every diagnosis is an essential provide features, complementation, and improve outcomes. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. My name is Ibrahim Sarah. I'm continuing for malnutrition. I'll be talking about the prevention and treatment for malnutrition. Number one, balanced diet. It contains mindset.
Yes, ma'am.
Number one, we have balanced diet. It contains all the nutrients the body needs to function well. It provides our body with enough energy for its activities and enough material for the growth and repair of tissue. This balanced diet, we all know that it consists of 6 classes of food, which is carbohydrate, protein, fat and oil, mineral, vitamin and water. All these things are good for the body, not just taking one particular classes, but all together are all balanced diet. Number two, we have nutritional education. This is the process of teaching people about the right foods to eat, when to eat food, and how to eat them. Number three, we have food fortification. This is the process of adding vitamin and mineral to food to improve the nutritional value and prevent or correct macronutrient deficiency. We also have supplementation. It is the process of adding nutrients to diet to improve health, prevent disease or address nutrient deficiency. It involves taking pills, drink and special food. They are these supplements are in food. So when you take them, it gives you strength, it gives you the necessary nutrients that the body needs. And people that mostly need to take food supplements are pregnant women, in the sense that it takes care of their baby, give the baby strength, and also help in the function of the brain. And also for nursing mothers, when they take enough food supplement, it also helps the baby. Number five, we have supportive care, which is physical therapy and counseling. This is when a therapist counsel people on the right food to take, the right intake. And number six, we have medical treatment. There are some malnutrition that needs to be taking drugs for, like kwashiorkor, like she said. When it has gotten to that stage, you take pills so as to reduce the malnutrition. In conclusion, I will say that malnutrition indeed has a lot of side effects, and that is why good food is necessary for the health and well-being of a person. Like they say, good food is life. Thank you.
My group and I would like to recommend to you all that you take proper care of yourself, take a healthy, wealthy, balanced diet to prevent malnutrition.
For communicate on the council. We are going to continue on the food, household food security and food security. And before we start, I would like to my colleagues to introduce themselves to you first.
My name is Okuma Aneze.
My name is Carlos. My name is Ademo.
My name is Nani Musa.
I'm Deborah.
So, as you all know, we are going to be discussing on the household food security and insecurity. And for the first, household food consists of people living together that only live in the same dwelling. What this is actually talking about is that what he's talking about is people that live together, that live in the same places, one of the persons that live together to achieve something very important to them. As you all know, by my group here, we can actually say that we are examples of a household because we are here together to achieve something which is very important to us. And I would like to be discussing on food. Food is any substances consumed to provide nutritional support for the body. For you living well, for you to be healthy in life, you need food that is very nutrient. You need food that composed of many nutrients such as carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamin, and mineral, which is very important to growth, maintain and repair of body tissue and organs. What is talking about that we that are living in the life we have presently, we have to take food that have nutrients, that have protein, that have the six kinds of food. Even if it's not the food, they are not food with the six classes, at least let them be the very important one, which are very essential to the body. And with this focus I've been giving, I would like my colleagues to continue for one hour.
Terms of household food security. Firstly, I'm going to talk about food access. Individuals have the ability to acquire and prepare food. Secondly, we have food availability. There is availability of sufficient and nutritious food for individuals. Thirdly, we have food utilization. Every individual has the ability to use and benefit from available food. Then lastly, we have food stability. There is consistency for food availability and access. Thank you.
I will be talking on factors affecting household food security. First of all, we have population growth, income and poverty, food waste, natural disaster, and food price. So I will expatiate on them one after the other. We are affecting household food security. Then number three, food waste. There are many people today that don't know how to preserve food. they waste food, too much of buying food, excess food that they cannot eat finish on time, or they cannot preserve it after using after taking from it. The remaining one they will discard it. So this can also lead to factors affecting household food security. Then we have a natural disaster. Natural disaster like a wildfire can also affect our crops in the farm, our farm produce. Even flooding can wash away our farm crops and all, and um this can lead to food disease. Like pest also can also affect our food in the farm. When we talk about agriculture, pest can affect our food in the farm. Pest can
Access to market information. Disciplines means where there disciplines means there should be an access where they will pass information where the farmers or marketers can produce their price or can produce their price, and there should be a mobile app, online platform, radio broadcast, and certain things where they can put that price or how to sell that things. Number three, we have food storage and preservation. They should be able to preserve their food they should be able to preserve their food in any time so that the food will not be waste. Number four, we have availability of labour. Farmers should be able to produce tools which they will be able to use to produce household food security, like hiring someone to come and work for them and they will pay them. Then number five, we have modern tools. Farmers should also be able to produce all those modern tools like tractors, etc.
My name is Sonali Juliet. I'm going to talk about household food insecurity. First, I will start by the definition. Household food insecurity refers to the lack of consistency. Consistency means something that remains the same or change. So, household food insecurity refers to the lack of consistent consistent access to enough food for an active and healthy life for all household members. So this case is talking about limited food in the household affects each members of the household and the activities they carry out. Lack of nutritional food in the household leads to a lot of chronic health issue and malnutrition to each members of this for to each member of the household. Looking around this Looking around the world today, a lot of households suffer from food nutrition, which affect their health, both physical and mentally, and this most time increase death rate. So I make mention of malnutrition. Malnutrition refers to the condition when the body does not receive the necessary nutrients, vitamins and minerals to maintain good health.
Employment, social selection, health issue and climate change. Poverty is the state of economy where individual or group lack of financial resources to meet their basic needs. Lack of basic lack of base like food, water to fund employment. Structures, unemployment, long eating, employment due to the changes of economics, industry or technology. We have I have here social isolation. It's a state of being physical, emotional, disconnected from others leading to feeling of loneliness and disconnected and reflection. Then health issue refer to the condition, disease, disorder that affects an individual
physically, mentally, or emotionally well-being. Um,
Morning. My name is Dr. Bora. I would like to continue from where my colleagues stopped. I'm here to talk about the consequences of household food insecurity. One, we have malnutrition. Two, increased stress. Three, health problems. Four, social and cultural impact. Five, reduced productivity. First of all, I would like to tell you the meaning of malnutrition.
We have learned a lot about malnutrition.
Okay, let me go to the second. Increased emotional or physical tension, e.g., emotional stress or mental fatigue. When someone is emotional stressed, this means that someone
Possibility is associated with good eggs.
While food insecurity is linked to poor health outcome, including malnutrition and diet-related health problems like weakness in immune system and digestive disorder. Thank you.